What's going on, guys? Bxllistic Will here, and today I'm gonna just be bringing y'all a Yeat 2093 preset. I don't know if you guys listened to that album that dropped last week, but I thought it was hard. I thought there were some songs that were hard on there, and a lot of people were calling it mid. So I think there were some really good songs on there, and today I'm gonna just be bringing y'all a Yeat future remake, the Stand On It song that was on there. So yeah, I just did a quick remake of that song. Be breaking down the Yeat preset. Is crazy. Head over to vocalsurge.shop if you guys want presets, templates. We even got a master plugin up there. Go get the Yeat preset too. Also, go check out my music, Bxllistic Will, in all stores. I appreciate y'all. It just helps me support me, and also you guys can hear the presets that I do in these videos on my songs. I be trying out all the different presets. So yeah, guys, I'm not wasting any time. Let's get straight in the video. So opening this up, I just went to new from template and I went down to my waves template. We also got a stock template that you can buy on there, and I'm pretty sure it comes with the Uzi stock preset in there, or you guys can get the free template, which is just the template, and you guys can go see that. So opening this up, this is what it's looking like. I turned the master preset off because it makes some sound right now. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. We just got all our tracks right here, and if you guys seen these main BW things, it's just like kind of a bus in a way that goes back to this main preset, and you can throw your auto tune, some main effects on there. I just got a little bit of reverb and delay, flanges, extra compression. So yeah, also coming over here, this is what the actual like project and the audio tracks were looking like. We kind of got like a main layer, and then I was kind of just doubling, throwing some ad libs and stuff, and putting like a deep voice and just turning it all the way down so it kind of blends in with that main like track up here. But yeah, I'm gonna try to break this down as fast as I can, because I'd be taking like 20 minutes to do a whole video and explaining every little thing. So I might not explain every single thing and what it does. I'm kind of just trying to speed through this, but I'm gonna break down the preset and just all these effects in the master preset. So yeah, guys, first we got an NS1, and this takes out the background and like unwanted noise, and you're trying to clean up the vocal to start with, in my opinion. So yeah, I think just 28 to 30 is like a good range to kick this up. Just like mess with it yourself and see what sounds best. Next we got a de-esser, and it was going at 4230, negative 37.7, and this is a variant of the Uzi preset. I think a lot of these settings are the Uzi preset, because in my opinion the Uzi preset has such like a clean studio sound that if you start from there, add some effects and change up some of the settings, and I think it can be a really good Yeat preset. But this is pretty close, 4230, negative 37.7, and really the EQ is just completely different than other stuff that I do. So let's go ahead and open that up. You guys can use your own EQ, but really it's just this low band that you're kind of doing like a split on this side, and you're bringing it down like that. This is really what helped this preset sound like Yeat. I think this like low band right here makes a huge difference. But just get all these settings down, just drop in the mid a little bit right here, just get these like frequency settings down, the Q and the gain. I'll flip through it, but I'm trying to kind of speed through this. I feel like I make these videos like 20 minutes long. So yeah, just bringing the high up a little bit right here, doing a split like on this side, and this gives it like a sparkle. I say that in a lot of my videos, but it's true. Also, this cut right here, I actually switched it, and it's going at 112. Normally I have it like 133, but I wanted more low end to be involved in the vocal. We got an R compressor, and I think this is still the same settings, negative 4.5, 1.7, gain at 2, attack 520, release at 564, and you're going arc opto smooth. So I thought that sounded best for the Yeat preset. And then really SSL channel, I didn't switch a lot either. If I was going to do anything, I'd probably mess with the low frequency, but it all sounded really good in my opinion. So get this down, just boosting the highs right here, dropping the gain right here, boosting this up. Just try and get these settings down. You guys can see where they're kind of at. I'll flip through it, and you're not doing too much with the dynamics and compression over here. Make sure to cut analog off though. Next we got CLA vocals, and it's hard for me not to include this in a lot of my presets because it's just crazy when you add this and you do it really good. it can add so much of a difference and just make it seem studio quality. I don't even know how to explain that right, except it just adds such like a polished and finished sound. And it's got a really like weird but nice reverb and delay, in my opinion. I think it's crazy because it just adds like substance to the vocal. Dropping this one, keeping it on lower, boosting the treble. Compress is going nowhere, but you're keeping it on push. And then right here's the reverb and delay, and even though the reverb's all the way down, it's still noticeable. It can go down to -10, but you will still notice it. And it's on chamber. Had it going on quarter too, and that it's just like when there's gaps in the vocal, it kind of fills it in almost, if that makes sense. It just makes it more enjoyable. Also, just drop the pitch down. I think this adds kind of like a weird doubler sound. I also said that a lot too, but I think it just sounds better completely off and all the way down, because these knobs do matter. Even though if it's off, like you have this up here, it will add a certain sound to this plugin in the preset. So moving on from that, we got a CLA 76, and this is like when you open Pro Tools templates, a lot of the studios kind of have this in the same area, going at like -24, -18 almost. I think it still sounds best with attack on 4, release on 7, and ratio at 4. I've seen people kick the ratio to 8, but I think it sounds best on 4 in this case. We got another de-esser, 4237, -20 this time, just cleaning up the vocal a little bit more, de-essing it a little bit more because there's like the sibilants. We're almost done with the main preset. We got one more R compressor, and people like to say this doesn't do anything, but when I was watching the Uzi tutorial, I know the gain is at 0, but this is what they had on the chain, so I was really just taking the settings straight from what they did. So I don't want to get no hate for this. Just -10, 1.7. It has to either be like barely working, like slightest bit of compression. And then really just kind of another setting that helped this out is I put an actual flanges on this chain at the end, and I didn't mess with the settings over here. If you were going to, I would just do like mess with the wet and dry a little bit, but really I thought it sounded good. Like just keep it, you open it straight up, you just mess with this knob down here. So yeah, that's the chain right there, and really it was just this EQ that helped a lot, the flanges. But it's like I like to start out at a point with like studio quality and then just turn it into another preset if I can. I'll try to explain this best I can, but these are like individual buses, and this is where I put my auto-tune. I think it sounds better on there. So I had 2 extra compressors, my auto-tune, and this track was an EB minor. Kept the tune at 100 and didn't mess with the speed and note transition. So you guys can use Auto-Tune Pro if you want and just kind of mess with that. We got RVox right here, and this is going at almost -5, -4.3 right here. And then right here, this is a multi-band compressor, the C4. So go ahead and go down to pop vocal. I almost turned this off because it kind of did add like a high end, like just kind of like pop sound, but I think it still sounded pretty good. So I was debating on keeping this because it added more like it kind of messed with the lows a little bit. Next we got a reverb, and just get all these settings down, kicking the dampening up, hall 1, bringing this band from there like down to there, size 67, time 0.8, wet dry 35. You guys can mess with that too. Next we got a H delay, and I've said this in so many videos, but I think it adds a slight saturation, like just warmer sound if you kick this all the way down and just add these settings. I can't even be for sure, it was just with my ears and training. I think this sounded really good. We got a fresh air. I actually bothered to open this up for this preset. You guys, I always say, oh, it didn't load in, but I finally loaded it up. I swear to you guys, if you watch almost every single one of my videos, I never bother to use this because it already sounds good. But I think this sounds good in this case, just adding slightest bit, 4% and 3% right here, and then messing with the trim, cause it adds up fast. If you add like 50%, it's gonna be like blasting your vocal out of the water, depending on your mic and like your whole preset. So yeah, I just had a slightest bit. And then last we got one more flanges. I think it also added just more of a yeet effect. I think flanges translates to yeet in my opinion. That's why I like it so much. I think it sounds really good on ad-libs, just vocal presets if you don't add too much. So yeah, this is going at 20% pretty much right here. I'll just come over here and break down the master preset really fast. If you guys know what Studio Rack is, it's just where you can add all your plugins in like one space, I guess. But yeah, this is the Bxllistic Will master preset. So you guys need to go get this. This is crazy. We got a J37 tape right here, and that's just adding saturation. So that's linked to the saturation knob. The volume, I wanted to call it volume, but I don't think it's really volume. It's just limiting and boosting it in a way. So I just labeled it as volume. And then that goes over to the L1 limiter. You're just messing with the threshold. I'll try and break this down quick, but yeah, there was a vitamin in here, and you can boost the lows, mids, and highs, and all of these are linked to like a knob over here. So I was just boosting the low in this case. I thought that added some more. It just boosted the vocals, the beat a little bit. And yeah, I didn't really mess with nothing else too crazy. 0.6 on the high right here. And then we got a stereo imager, and this is just widening, opening up the stereo field in the master, so it makes your whole track like just spread out more instead of like in a mono like straight stereo field, I guess. But that is the whole track right there. So now I'm gonna just give y'all a rundown of the raw vocals, and then you can hear the mix thing, and I think just the transformation is crazy.
I put this shit together for a job. If I'm not making money, then I got me some job. If I'm not at the top, then I won't do it at all. Big chains, big guns, big trucks, zombies, with some big munch, big dog.
Hey, listen to this part right here.
I put this shit together for a job. If it's not for the YouTube, then I won't do it at all.
So really, all of this sounds crazy with like the effects, the preset, the master added to it. And so I'm gonna just slap that on. I'm really not gonna do too much talking. I'm gonna just go straight. Let's play the whole thing, full mix version.
I put this shit together for a job. I put this shit together for a job. If I'm not making money, then I got me some job. If I'm not at the top, then I won't do it at all. Big chains, big guns, big trucks, zombies, with some big munch, big dog. I put this shit together for a job. If it's not for the YouTube, then I won't do it at all.
Yo, that YouTube part, I was just messing around there, but I thought that sounded crazy. I think like at the end, I don't really have Yeat's voice, but parts of it really do sound kind of close, like just like that at all part. I think that's crazy how you can hear it on the end, like at all. Like it just sounds crazy. I don't know. So yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that quick little remake I did. I even do futures part, but I need to drop a future preset in the future. But yeah, guys, hope y'all enjoyed this. Give this a like and a subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Go check out vocalsurge.shop. If you guys don't want to copy the preset, you guys can go get it on vocalsurge.shop. Appreciate all the support, and I'll catch y'all later.